Hello guys, assalamu alaikum. I trust we are all doing well. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, kindly subscribe to my channel and hit on the notification button. On today's menu is groundnut soup. Let's get started. I'm going to blend some of the onions, garlic, ginger and African nutmeg together to spice up the meat. Now I'm going to transfer all the meat into a cooking pot before I spice it. Adding my blended onions, garlic and ginger first, my ayi mix, my salt, enough salt to taste, and my beef Onga tablet. I'm actually taking only half of the tablet. I'm not using all to spice the meat. I then need enough water to boil the meat. We mix it all together. I'm going to cook this under a medium heat for about 15 minutes because this is boneless and also very soft. Whilst the meat is on fire, let's prepare for our groundnuts. We call it groundnut paste, others call it peanuts butter. I usually mix it up with the tomato paste. You can also choose to do it only, then add the tomato paste in your soup afterwards. So I'm adding up my enough water, making sure it's all mixed up well. You don't want lumps in it, so we want it to be very smooth before we put it on fire. I think we are okay now, so let's put it on fire. I'm only going to stir this and cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes until we see oil coming out of it. So what I usually do is at the beginning, I make sure I put the heat on high, and when it begins to thicken and also oil begins to pop up, I lower the heat, or better still, I cover it up and lower the heat. Do this to prevent excessive spreading of it. So when you lower the heat, it doesn't spread too much. So now let's go back and check how our meat is doing. Our meat is doing well, and now we are here to add our cherry tomatoes. I chose cherry tomato because I actually have it in bulk. That's what I have available in the house. So you can choose not to use this and go for the normal tomatoes. So I'm adding up my onions. I'm using only one pepper. We cover it up and come back for it later. Still checking on how our groundnut is doing. The groundnut is now okay, and we can off the fire and concentrate on the soup. Right now, onions and the tomatoes are all cooked, and I'm taking it out to blend them together. So what we are going to do is we add more water to the groundnut. Obviously, we don't want it that thick, so we have to add more water to it. This is going to be on fire for about an hour or more. So let's now add up our groundnut to our cooked meat. This is going to be on fire for about an hour or more. So right now, we are going to add up our blended onions, pepper, and tomatoes to it. So it was on fire for about 15 minutes before I added my blended onions, tomatoes, and pepper. So the first 30 minutes, I normally put it on higher heat. So after that, I reduce the heat because it needs to gently boil and cook well. Going to be thicker the more it spends time on the fire. At this point, I'm not covering it because it's on higher heat. Adding more water depending on how light or thick you want it. I'm now going to add up my half cube, the Onga beef tablet. This is the remaining half, and I'm adding it up to the soup. Now I'm going to blend my remaining garlic, ginger, African nutmeg, and the black pepper together and add it up to the soup. That is the last thing I usually do. I add it up at the latter part of the process. Trust me, it gives it a different smell and taste. Because I added enough salt to my beef whilst I was steaming it, I normally don't add up salt. The salt is enough. I don't need any extra salt. So there we go. Our food is ready. I'm taking this with potato fufu. This is potato fufu. And trust me, you wouldn't like to have the taste of it. It's so nice. And try this in your homes and give us a thumbs up later. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly do so for me. Click on the notification button. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Share. See you next time. Thank you for watching.